I'm in LA. I'm at the Grove, and I'm looking at self-driving passenger cars, Ubers, Lyfts. I'm watching robots take over the world.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
When you see Keefe D trial about to start, Gene Deal speaking on the errors of what happened in the 90s. You have child actors, Orlando Brown, things like that nature. For what he speaks, Gene, for what you speak, for what these other victims are coming out and speaking who don't have voices as loud as yours.
Yeah.
What is the overall end result you feel happens once these voices get strong enough to reach the masses, the heavens, and let it rain down on society?
Well, the truth is the program is programming. I don't think we're taking into consideration exactly how active AI is in our society now. I'm in LA. I'm at the Grove, and I'm looking at self-driving passenger cars, Ubers, Lyfts. I'm watching robots take over the world. I'm watching people, like for instance, perfect example, on my way here, you said the man put in the thing that he deaf.
He put that he was deaf, Jack.
Got it. So if he's deaf, we should not have been able to have a conversation. Not a fluid conversation where I can specifically ask him something and he can specifically answer me appropriately. That would be kind of hard for a deaf person to do, correct?
20 years ago.
No.
Okay.
Chat GPT 4.0.
Got it. So now, if he's deaf, even if he's wearing a cochlear implant, it should still be a slight challenge to have multiple conversations at one time. So how is this deaf man who was driving me and Andrew around able to tell me that he had a hard time listening to people give him directions because he's so used to listening to the AI give him directions? And I tried to tell him a shorter way to get here without having to get onto the highway because he's still using Google Maps and not Waze. I don't understand. But no, I'm just saying, if you really want to get somewhere, you're going to use Waze. If you want to try to get somewhere, you'll use Google Maps, even though they're both owned by the same. But yeah, it's definitely a try with good. It's very trying with Google Maps. But at the end of the day, I said, just go straight. And then you hear, in 350 feet, turn left. And guess what? I said, the human said, go straight. And he turned left. And I said, you really having a hard time dealing with this human versus AI thing? I said, what is it that makes you trusting, so trusting, to trust what the machines say over the person who's actually driven these streets? Because I was a Lyft driver here. I said, matter of fact, I was such a good Lyft driver, I could show you how to get to this destination without using GPS at all. Just listen to me. We drive a little further. Turn right. Go straight. He turns right. So I see you're still struggling with this human versus AI thing, because I could have told. I'm trying real hard to, I'm just so used to. And I'm like, wow. So when you told me the man was deaf, I was totally caught by surprise. Because we had quite the conversation. And he made it very clear that when it came to taking directions, he wanted to get it from the Siri and fuck old Jag. Bitch, you a human. I'm gonna trust this machine. You've been getting lost. This machine just had us sitting behind the train tracks for 20 minutes. When I told you to go up the street, we could have been there. We sitting on the train track. I'm like, yo, have you thought about backing up? I don't know. I'm late. Oh no, here comes the train. Yeah, but if you had just told me there was no train that way, that was no, I guess that's when he was deaf. I don't know. Is selective deafness? I don't know. But whatever the case may be, I just think we need to embrace the fact that we're not keeping it real about our world. We don't give a fuck about humanity anymore. We don't give a fuck about each other anymore. We trust humans more than we trust ourselves. And it says it in the Bible. The mark of the beast will be in the hand or in the head. The Neuralink is a chip that gives the human brain the ability to operate and function like a computer. Now, it's not easy to get. You might need $1 billion, but Elon will hook you up. You know, get you all AI ready. You don't even need a phone to make phone calls anymore. You don't have to use computers anymore. This is where the world is going. Motorola said last year, they made an announcement in March before I went into Parkland when my second ex-husband had me registered as crazy and drugged for days. Just how I know too, see. But they said it. They made the announcement. Starting 2030, all cell phones will be bio inside your right hand. Chip in your head, chip in your hand. Technology is the mark of the beast. It's very simple. And yet people won't accept it. It says in the Bible, an intelligent man will know the number of man is 666. For whatever reason, humanity wants to believe that the only language that ever existed was the English language. There were a lot of languages that existed long before English. And numbers were invented late in the game of life and literature. It was all symbols, especially coming from Kemet, Egypt. The number 6, the symbol for it, in Latin numerology is W. What did we used to have to type before they started making it a ghost so you didn't have to acknowledge you were writing 666, 666, 666, 666 all day, all night?
What is www? What is it?
No, that's the acronym we gave it. That's the acronym we gave it. It never had a name.
Wow.
It was just www. Somebody invented that World Wide Web shit. Anybody could put a name on something. What do you call it? A non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. What do I call it? A nigga don't ask. It means the same thing. Why don't we want to accept what's right in our faces? Want to know why? Because motherfuckers get up and ask this a question before they ask God a question. Matter of fact, I know motherfuckers that's so fucking cold in this motherfucking system shit, that's so fucking caught up in the matrix shit, that they actually think they're praising God when they get online and start praising God for people to see them praising God but didn't pray before they went live. You trusted, you needed to get on that technology before you even prayed and thanked God. How many of us are guilty of that? Even me some days. Even me, like we're there. It says don't bow down to any graven images. And I sat here and I proved to you there's a young man whose music I love, and his own lyric is, I would trade her love for a Grammy.